Meet Rob Nelson, talk show host.
Because you got the 70s thing going there. I got someone's underwear.
Robert Kennedy, thanks for taking a minute. Simple question.
Tucker, it's good to see you. Listen,
You're a Bitcoin maximalist. You're Bitcoin forever.
I hate this central bank digital currency.
hey, I don't have all the answers, but together, I know we can find them.
Down in competition in the ratings tab for late night weekend viewers.
All right, welcome to Rob Nelson Live. Happy Wednesday. This is the Rob and David hour, as you all have gotten used to now. You know, Gockstein News Network, right? So Gockstein gets to show up, you know, when he wants, on what he wants, right? He can, you know, swing his dick however he wants. He's the big guy in charge. But I love the time with David. And I never know what he's going to wear, although just a sneak preview. I can see him like backstage, so I know he's like wearing a tie and the whole thing. That's fine. He wants to like outdress me. That's his right, and he can. We're going to have some fun. And before I bring him in, I'm just going to set the table just a little bit. We're going to talk a little about Iran, but we're going to move it. We're not going to do the whole Iran thing over and over because you guys will get bored hearing us go back and forth. You know, David's in denial about Trump and thinks Trump's playing 5D chess, and I'm right that Trump is like got the Iranians out strategized him because they're crazier than anybody. Do you think Trump's crazy? You got TDS, man. The Iranians are like on steroids. But we're going to talk about some other political things, and we're going to have fun. We're going to talk about Comey. We're going to talk about double standards. We're going to talk about freedom and patriotism, King Charles, all of it in the next 45 minutes. So on that note, I bring David in. See, I kept him away till I got my intro in so he couldn't like interrupt me and say that I was wrong. Welcome in, David, Mr.
Yeah,
Patriot.
I think Brad Pitt going. I think what is it? Fight Club or some shit. I rolled up the sleeves. I'm ready today.
You are looking good. You are a little sticky. Is that on my end? Am I sticky to you? The feed?
No, you're good.
Like it's like it's a little like when you're talking, like sticky on camera. Yeah, but that might be. I don't see myself sticky. Do I seem sticky to you? Like, am I moving normal or
No,
am I like frozen?
this is something new. Sticky.
Fine.
You're fine. Let me go
Sticky.
ahead and let me see. Hold on one second. I'll check. Let's check to see if I am sticky or
Check,
not.
check, check.
It's the first
And
time
if
that
not, one of
I've
us
heard the
can
expression of
relog in.
sticky.
Yeah,
Let's
well,
see.
come on now. That can't be true. I could give you all kinds of times you'd heard the expression sticky.
No, it looks good.
Wow.
Looks good.
All right. All right. Well, then we'll keep going. If you get stickier, I'm going to log back out and log back in. That's what she said.
Okay.
So, David, look, I want to do the Iran stuff, but I'm thinking we do the Iran stuff at the end. Okay. So, because otherwise we're going to get logged down in this long thing of you saying Trump's doing 5D chess and me saying the Iranians outsmarted him because they're fucking crazy and they don't care. So, like, I want to go a different route. I want to start domestic politics. So I was thinking about this today, everybody. I was thinking, before 2016, for 24 years, we had 3 presidents. We had Obama. I mean, we had Clinton for 2 terms, Bush for 2 terms, and Obama for 2 terms. It was a 24-year cycle. 16 of them were Democrats. And we'd go back and forth, back and forth. Then Trump comes on the stage, right, and disrupts everything. The total disruptor. He goes after everything, and they come back at him like literally the intelligence community is like out to get him, right? They're out to get the commander in chief. Like they lie, cheat, steal, and try to impeach him, do whatever they can. Then we get 4 years of the biggest train wreck of a presidency in American history. That's truly the only one. I mean, I'll give the 8 years of Obama, Clinton, Bush, ups and downs, but Biden was truly like the train wreck presidency. And the train wreck of the train wreck was they pretended it wasn't a train wreck. And the farther off the rails he went, the more they insisted we were not seeing what we were seeing with our own eyes, to the point where the greatest president in modern history, Nancy Pelosi, literally should be on Mount Rushmore, sweeps him to the side in his own reelection bid and brings in his half-baked vice president, the DEI candidate of the century for politics in America. And that was just bad. But I was going to say this, and this is my premise. If you take those 24 years, 92 to 2012 or 16, when Trump gets elected, that 24-year period, I would argue they did a little here, they did a little there. They all kind of ended up doing the same things. Like nothing fundamentally changed in America that much. Reagan was the last major change. I mean, things went up, things went down, the deficit got bigger. Same problems facing my generation, face your generation, face the Gen Z generation. Not that much changed until Trump. Then Trump tipped the apple cart. Biden is the first president, I would say, almost undid us. Like if Kamala Harris had been president, I think there would have been consequences that we might not have been able to reverse. It's the first time I would say that. I don't think it was true with Obama or Clinton or Bush. Like everything was kind of fixable, adjustable. Now Trump's in and he's at risk of doing the same thing. Now you may agree that what he's going to do is good, but he's definitely kind of like, I might make things irreversible here. I might pull us out of NATO. I might do this. But until Biden, there was no one I was like, Biden, oh God, if 4 more years of this, we might just be done. Like,
you want me to go now?
Yeah, I'm quiet now. I'm done with my opening monologue. I took all my time. I used up my 4-minute monologue. You get as much time as you want.
I don't know what your thing is with Trump, really. I don't know why you're so fascinated about, and that is TDS. That is the definition of TDS. Because
I'm not taking your bait. I'm not taking your bait.
No, you know, I'll say number one. I just want the new mic box is in, so I'm very happy about that. I'm sure.
When do I get mine?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
When do I get mine?
They didn't even say. They didn't say anything. Didn't say anything. It was ugly.
I like it.
Okay, good.
I want one.
I'll get you one too.
I want one.
No, everybody should get one. Everybody should get one.
Everybody should have
It's
a
like
Goxstein mic stand. Now you're sounding
There you
like
go.
Trump. Everyone should have a
That's
Trump
what I'm saying.
microphone.
Everybody should have. I was thinking about that just now. It's huge. Anyway,
What else you want to sell? Why don't you do it? Why don't you make Goxstein crypto tokens, Goxstein ties? You know,
what about Goxstein
the Goxstein
yarmulkes?
coin. Yeah, the Goxstein
yarmulkes.
yarmulke.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
I think
And
it
let's
would be a
sell them
hit.
in Palestine. Let's sell them in Palestine.
Oh my God, we're gonna get canceled. We're gonna get canceled tonight. No, where do I begin with your monologue? Where do I begin?
I don't know.
I
Don't
don't
take
know. I
3
really
minutes to come up with a response.
no. I just think that the TDS is hitting you hard.
Oh, stop with the TDS. There's the
No, but I
last part
really
of
do
what I
think
said.
that because you know what it is? Every single time somebody like myself says anything positive about Trump, it's like we're kissing his ass. No, it's not true. Because then it would be like me saying that you're kissing Biden's ass or Kamala Harris's ass or you're kissing Clinton's ass. It's not the truth. It's your opinion. Like this is how you see the world. I see it
All right.
differently. You see it differently. And that's okay.
Hold on. First of all, I didn't kiss Biden's ass. I said he's the worst presidency in American history. I don't think that's kissing his ass.
I was hype, but I didn't say you were kissing Biden's ass. I'm just saying.
Right. Okay. And I don't think
I'm
you're
just saying
kissing
in
Trump's
general. I'm generalizing.
You know what?
I'm
I don't think
generalizing.
you're kissing Trump.
Not you, Rob.
David, you're not kissing Trump's ass because your head's too far up it to kiss it.
See, there you go. So here you are, right? Taking shots at me, thinking that I'm up his ass, kissing his ass, when I'm not. I like a lot of his policies. I like a lot of the things that he's done. There are some things I don't like. Okay, like there are things that I don't like, and that's okay. I can still be a fan of Trump. I can still support the president of the United States of America and be critical of some of the things he does. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that the entire country that did not vote for him is absolutely critical of anything he does. If he takes his shit the wrong way, if he uses the wrong toilet paper to take a shit, like they will say, "Oh my God, what is happening here?" I think it's crazy because if anybody and the third assassination attempt, you can basically say, if anybody did this to Biden, I would also be reacting the same way. They did it to Obama. I'd be reacting the same way, regardless of party. But again, for only 6 hours, the world came together. A lot of Democrats and Republicans, even political reporters came together and denounced all this stuff. And then the next day, they were right back at it. Hitler this, fascist that.
Right.
Like, do you understand? Jimmy Kimmel comes out. Okay, he's a comedian. 3 days before the events, he makes a joke, which I think it's a joke. Okay, we shouldn't take comedy. We shouldn't take comedy away. Okay, that's one thing. Like I say this back when Chappelle was almost canceled on Netflix. We're talking about everybody, right? You remember that?
Yeah.
So it's like comedy is comedy. We should never take it away, right?
Right.
But
hold on. Do you want to interrupt for 1 second? Wait.
Yeah, go for it.
Want to interrupt for 1 second? I will say though, Dave Chappelle was funny. Jimmy Kimmel's not, but that's beside the point. I'm making fun of it. I'm just saying it is comedy technically, but that guy is the least funny guy in the world. Dave Chappelle was actually funny, but either way, you're right. Your point is true. He's a quote comedian.
He's a comedian, right? And you know, for a comedian that has done such blackface and all this stuff, he's going to sit up there and talk about somebody. I think he's the last person that should talk about anything. Anything about fascist and racist and bigotry. He should be the last person, okay? I'm just saying.
He's honestly a political commentator more than a comedian.
Correct.
If we're honest,
correct.
He's a commentator.
But he's turned into that, though, Rob.
Right.
But he's just become that like a decade ago.
But either way, right? He should get to say what he wants, even if he's a commentator. He should get to say
it's
what he wants.
Freedom of speech, but freedom of speech has consequences. So when you say things and you have a major platform, like this man who attempted again to run in and to shoot up, who knows? Okay. He retweeted a lot of Democratic influencers. it's pro. Just look at his account. He retweeted a lot of Democrats and the language that the Democrats used was, we need to essentially eliminate him, eliminate Trump. Okay, so like at the end of the day, these people have to watch their mouths. Like when you say things, there is a mentally ill person watching this at home, and they're thinking
Mhm.
to themselves, Rob, you know what? Somebody's got to do it. It should be me. That's what it is. The temperature, Rob, is way too high. Okay,
Yeah.
both sides need to cool down. I'm not even
Yeah.
speaking just on Democrats. Both sides need to cool down, but Democrats they really take it up a level. Now, okay,
Yeah.
you want to argue Trump's policies and what he's done right and what he's done wrong? That's fine. We're American citizens. We should go ahead and have these debates. They're healthy. Maybe it makes maybe this kind of discourse makes America great when we can have a conversation. But Rob, you've been around a while. The temperature's here. I mean,
It's too
it's
high.
here.
And,
I've never
and
three
it,
assassination attempts on a president. Like I'm talking
yeah.
about, we know all presidents. You know, there are some wackos that are trying to do something, but three assassination attempts on a president, Rob. I don't think you've ever seen this.
No, and 3 impeachment attempts, and it's nonstop. And the temperature is too high. And I will say to those who want to go, well, it goes both ways. Sure. I watched what's his name, Jake Tapper, former really good journalist, turned into like a hack. I watched him do a thing. He was not wrong in showing Trump calling Kamala Harris a Nazi, a fascist, whatever, right? The name calling happened all the way around. But the point is not that both sides don't call each other names. The point is that I think what's happened actually is the the left has got a base of people who are so agitated that they take it next level. The right, for whatever reason, doesn't have as many crazies. Like the ultra far right, there's some nuts out there, but there's less, rational people on the right are a little more like, okay, I get it. It's ugly. I don't like them, whatever. On the left, I think they hear it and they go, right, what you said, it's my mission now. I can no longer sleep with this. I have to martyr myself, which is going to get us to the Iran thing, the martyr side, right?
Yeah.
And you see these people willing to do it. The temperature's too high, and the consequences are great. Now, I'm going to say something that's not probably okay to say, but you said, it wouldn't matter who was president. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be the speak the quiet part out loud, which I think tons of Democrats think right now about Trump, and I think a lot of Republicans would have thought about Biden. I wouldn't have lost any sleep if Biden had been removed from the seat. I get that it would be attacking the presidency, and I don't like that. But at the same time, I understand the part of someone who's like, yeah, but wouldn't you be better off without that person? Theoretically, yes. The way to remove them. I think what I'm saying is everybody goes, political violence has no place in America. I've heard this for dozens of times this week. And I'm like, well, right, except for the fact that it's where America came from, right? Political violence is how we started, like literally political violence. And worse violence than most people know. It wasn't just violence against Britain. I mean, if you weren't one of the patriots, if you were one of the the Britain lovers living in the continental US, people came after you. They burned down your houses. They tarred and feathered you. I mean, it was ugly. I get political violence, and I hate everybody being like, no, and then literally calling for it. So that's the hypocrisy. I sort of wish you'd be honest and say you do all wish Trump was killed. It's not good, but you do. Like, stop pretending you don't.
I think these Democrats just, if God forbid that were to happen, they'd I'm sorry, but I think they would be happy, and that's sad. That is the world we live in, where people would be actually happy, which is crazy because I feel like they've been brainwashed into
Well, they
hating a
have.
man that they don't even know. Like if you're just basing
They
everything
hate
on
what he
policy.
represents. They hate what he represents. And what he represents,
What does he represent? What does he represent? That
he
we finally
represents,
come back to common
no,
sense, Rob?
he represents, and David, I'm going to log out and log in because you're sticking, and I think it's through my feed. So for a second, I'm going to go
Okay.
away and come back, okay? And I don't know if they'll hear you
Okay.
talking. I'm just going to disappear and come back, right? I think this will work, right? If I just do this.
Well, it's me here today. I think apparently I am lagging. This is it's crazy. For the first time, I'm lagging. But welcome to the Rob Nelson Show live. I'm your host right now. You're thinking like, who's this sex symbol? It's me. I'm here. Okay, I'm here. Let me go ahead and switch up sides because obviously I'm the guest. But there you go.
You're there. And
I think you should see me
Oh, you
now,
saw
right?
that. So what does it mean, David? You asked that question. You said
No, you should. I should be. Can I hear you? Do you see me now?
yeah, no,
Now you're a
you're
little bit
good.
choppy.
You're all back. You've been restored, like Trump. I'm not. I don't know. Whatever happened, I'm not leaving again. You're not getting rid of me twice. I'll move slower. What does it mean? I mean, I think it means we need to come to a reckoning. To be honest, I think we need to come to a. I think nobody's being fully honest on either side. Again, everybody points out what the other side does wrong, and then someone shows how they did it wrong too, right? And what my point about the 24 years was from 92 to 2016, it was a lot of back and forth in the same. What really changed? You know, Clinton did this for 8 years, then Bush did this for 8 years, then Obama did this for 8 years. There were some ups, some downs, some arounds. Basically, 24 years later, we had the same problems. I know because I wrote a book about it. We had the same problems. I wrote a book about 20 plus years ago. We had the same problems. They didn't change. They didn't get any better, right? That's all I meant about Trump. Trump's the first one who actually tried to change things. And I like a lot of what he tried. I'm the one that last time we were talking, I'm like, you know, with Landy, I'm like, maybe we do get rid of NATO. Like maybe we just be like done with it. New world, new times. But that's threatening to people, David. And I don't know how people deal with that other than institutions of power. Institutions. And a lot of people trust those institutions work on your behalf. A lot of people who believe they do. And the people in power on both sides weaponize those institutions against for their constituents or their followers and terrorize the other side. So I don't know. What do you think we do?
Honestly, there's like I said, you need a unifier. Like I don't at this point. Like again, I don't believe the two-party system works in this country. The two-party system divides, and you're going to continue to have this until you have a third party. You're just not going to be able to have a normal functioning Congress either. Like, look, the Department of Homeland Security, they're not getting paid. It's been 70 days already. A Secret Service agent gave up his life he's still not getting paid. Not gave up his life, but gave up his body to protect the president. I mean, like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you have two parties, look, I'm a Republican. People know that. I hate stating that again, but I am a Republican, but I'm also an American first. And at the end of the day, like, you can't have the closing of governments, you know, them fighting, but they're not even fighting for us. You know, that's the whole thing. When you look at everything, they're not fighting for us.
No.
Where are they helping? I want to know, with all this fighting, where are they actually helping the people? So while everybody's stuck on Trump, right? I don't even know what the whole thing is with Trump. Seriously.
Well,
if you look at everything that he's done, wouldn't you say No, but I'm saying most of the things that Trump has done and the administration has done, wouldn't you say that it was so far it's a good job? It's better than the last person. Hold on.
Well, that's
Are we not? Hold on. Let me ask you this question. Are you ready? Are we in a better position now than we were with the other man in office?
You asking me?
Yeah. Well, who the hell am I to ask? The audience? I'm asking you.
You know my answer. I just said Biden's the worst president
it wasn't
we've ever
Biden,
had. It's
right?
the only president.
Okay.
It
wasn't Biden. No, I'm saying, meaning like Biden was horrific. Like So he's better than Biden, right?
Yeah.
Trump is better than Biden.
No,
We only had
no,
two choices.
no, my point is, you're missing my point, I think. My point is, for 24 years, we had Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Republican. Well, we had Democrat, Republican,
No,
Democrat.
but most of it, no, that's not true, Rob. 12 years of this has been nothing but Democrats.
That's what I'm saying.
And
We
what
had
has
8 years
happened? It's
of-
been two
8
Obama
years of a
terms,
Democrat. Hold on. Two Clinton
Obama
terms and two Bush terms.
No, but forget about Bush, because I want to, like, the new era.
No, but
the new era that came in. Hold on. Think about when pronouns and all this shit started coming in. That started coming in under Obama. Okay, Obama's first term, second term, and then Biden.
No,
I'm telling you. Think about it. When did all the pronoun shit start coming in?
Okay.
When did
asked me a
when you
question.
were filling
You
out
asked-
an application? What?
Not before Biden.
I will. You know what it is? You're lagging. You're lagging. That's why you think I'm over talking you. I'm not. I want to tell you that. When did you start? When did you start putting him on your LinkedIn?
I never have. So
I haven't either, but people started doing that under Obama, DEI, under this administration. If you think Obama wasn't behind the scenes while Biden was president, you guys are crazy. Like, all DEI is the worst thing that has ever happened to this country.
You hold on.
I
You
don't
asked
hear
me a
you, Rob.
question. You didn't let me. You didn't let me answer. What I was trying to say
Your
is,
connection's off. Your connection's off.
My
Your
connection's
connection's
off?
fuzzy. Yeah.
Well, you want me to log back out and in? Can
Yeah.
we do it again?
Because
All right,
I'm
you're
ready
saying I'll
for
be
you.
right back.
I pulled up my sleeves. I'm ready. Just wait here, guys. Rob will be right back. I'm ready, okay? I pulled up my sleeves for this one. Okay, I pulled up my sleeves for this one. Because everybody talks about Trump, right? Everybody's constantly talking about Trump, Trump this, Trump that. Can we give the man some credit? Can we give Trump some credit? Because it's always bad. Like, no matter what he does, it's always bad. I just want to see it. Does he get credit for anything?
I'm back. I'm back.
All right, there you go.
All right.
I'm back in
Now
action.
it's better.
All right.
Now it's better.
So what I was saying was, my point was, I don't think any president before Trump. What I was trying to say was 24 years of 2 terms, 4 terms of Democrats, 2 terms of Republicans. My view is basically things were pretty much the same. Each side would say it was bad. They'd say the world's coming to an end. The world didn't come to an end. 2 terms then, 2 terms of them, then 2 more terms of Obama, all that. Sure, some little changes here and there. Biden was the first, Trump was the first president to truly disrupt that. You ask, why are people so upset by him? I'm not, by the way, because it's not, are things better than under Biden? Trump literally was an institutional wrecking ball. And when he first got elected, I would tell people, we've needed this for decades. We need someone to come in and throw wrecking balls at the entire institutional framework. And he did. He took on intelligence agencies. He took on bureaucracy. He took on the deep state. He took on everyone. He took on our allies, like NATO, the whole thing. I love that about Trump. My point is, the reason why people don't go, but aren't things better than under Biden? Which, again, you have to be brain dead to not say yes to that question, because his own party got rid of him, so he couldn't run for re-election. It was like, that's how bad he was. His own party couldn't stand him. But it's not whether things are better, David. It's that Trump is an institution wrecker, and that threatens people's core sense of values. And I'm not saying it's bad. I actually like that he's willing to take the wrecking ball to the institutions. But that terrifies people. And that's why I believe there's Trump derangement syndrome, is he's willing to go after any institution. The press, Supreme Court, Congress, the White House physically and metaphorically, our allies, the way we do trade, the intelligence community. He's literally like, you know what, I'll unclassify the whole thing. It's like, no, you can't do that. Yeah, I can. I'm in charge. No president does that. Well, I do. He terrifies people because of that. That's actually what I love about him. It's not even his policies. I like that he's an institutional wrecking ball. I love that about him.
I want to ask this question: is America a company? Like, if you would view America, you would view it as a company.
Sort of. An odd way, kind of a sort of.
You get where
Publicly
I'm
held,
going with this.
traded. Yeah.
So we finally have a business person, whether you like the way he conducts business or not. That's up for debate. But we have a business person in the Oval Office, and he's running America like a business. For way too long, we've been losing money. Like, Rob, tell me this. Every country, let's look at other countries. They've been able to take all America's resources. They've been able to sell all their products without getting taxed, essentially. Yet when we try to sell American goods to someone, vice versa, we get hit with all types of... You can't sell American goods to any other country. You know why? Because they don't want them there. And they put in policies and taxes and tariffs to make sure that American products do not go there. So, I like that. I rolled up the sleeves. You want to go reverse, take off the glasses, the hat. Okay, no problem. But we finally have Trump, who is saying no. Yeah. American businesses, you're going to bring back your businesses. We're going to create jobs in the private sector. We're going to get investments from other countries into this country, and we're going to make the economy great. Yeah. What is wrong with that?
Nothing. I just tried to tell you why people get freaked out. He's a CEO of a company, and he's the first CEO in generations who is like, we are not doing business the way we've always done it. And people are like, well, wait a minute. This is how we've always done it. This is how Dad did it, and Grandpa did it, and the generations before did it. And he's like, yeah, new way of doing business. David, I'm defending it. You say I have TDS, and I'm trying to tell you, I have the opposite. I actually like the very thing that terrifies them.
So I don't care about it. What is your problem? So tell me, what is your problem?
I care that he's an institutional wrecking ball, and he is literally going at the root of all of it. He's like, I don't care. I will dismantle this and put it back together better. That is a good thing for our future.
Okay, so what is your problem?
Will be better.
But what is your problem with him then?
My problem is with the people who think he's infallible and playing 5D chess instead of just being like, he's a wrecking ball. Half the time, I'm not even sure he knows what he's doing.
You just said something that would give anybody who's saying that he's playing 5D chess credit. Because you said he's a wrecking ball. He'll wreck all of it and put it back together. And this is his style of play.
Yes.
Okay.
And sometimes
he's a bruising running back. He's not east-west. He is straight up north-south. He runs downhill.
He does run downhill. He don't
got no. Listen, it's true. He's like a running back. He don't got finesse. No, he's going.
You know what?
He's Mike Allstott.
You know what?
He is Mike Allstott. That is who he is. Guys, look him up. If you don't know who Mike Allstott is, he is Mike Allstott.
He runs. He doesn't have no finesse. He does run downhill. But I'm going to give him credit. He's also got, he's got what he calls the weave. I kind of see a Barry Sanders in him. There's a little Barry Sanders in him. He can kind of at the last second, like suddenly move like a UFO, just move and come back. Like, it's deceptive. He appears to be running straight downhill. And then he sort of moves.
Maybe some Earl Campbell. He got maybe. Okay. Just I think that's a better comparison.
You're right. That was not right. No, you can't compare him to Sanders. You're right. That's not.
I think Obama would go with Sanders.
That's too much because that guy could literally. He was dancing. He was dancing across the field.
Obama.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I will say this. To me, Trump is kind of like Brett Favre. And that's my best analogy. He was constantly doubted. They made him a backup at Atlanta.
in Atlanta. They picked him.
Packers wisely, trade for him. And people are like, you gave up a first-round draft pick for a backup quarterback who's got a injury history. He's like, you'll wait and see, right? And then Andy Reid, his quarterback coach, basically says, you have so much talent, you just need a little discipline. But giving Favre discipline was always a challenge. I feel like that's Susie Wiles to Trump. You need some discipline, but you could never fully discipline Favre. He just keep doing his own crazy thing. But the crazy thing was, we know now, he kind of admitted at times, he was just kind of making it up as he went along. He's kind of was the one to sort of say, there's that famous line where he said to one of his guys, what's a nickel package? And they're like, are you joking? He's like, no. How do you not know what a nickel package is? You're an NFL quarterback. He's like, I don't know.
You know what? Won a Super Bowl, though.
No, I'm from Wisconsin. He's my hero. I'm
just saying, pretty good quarterback. Pretty good quarterback, right?
Yes, but my complaint is people act like Trump always knows what he's doing, and I think Trump's improvising a lot, which I don't have a problem with.
Rob, who know? There is not a single person on this planet that knows what they're doing at all times. We take our best guess.
Then why do you pretend he does? Why do you pretend he thought this all out in advance?
Okay, hold on.
The 5D chess thing. We call 3D, 4D, 5D chess.
An individual does not always have all the answers. Okay?
Yeah.
And I don't always say that he... Hold on. Now you're putting words in my mouth. His administration, though, you have people, a team, right? That sometimes if you don't have the answer here, they do. And then he looks it over and then he has to call. He has to call it. Okay? He has to make either he audibles or he goes with the play.
Yeah. Okay.
I just don't understand.
Hold on. So we're going to stick. I'll answer. We're going to stick to the sports analogy. This is where I got frustrated with you when you always act like Trump saw this ahead of time with the Strader Hormuz, whatever, and knew the oil would come around. And hold on.
I think he did.
My point is, Trump lined up against Iran, hit him hard, thought it would take him out, thought they'd come on their knees, beg for I don't ever think Trump intended bridge in Harbor Day or bridge in Power Plant Day. I think that was a threat, thinking they'll think he's going to do it and they'll be like, whatever you want. I don't think he was ever going to really do it. He knew how devastating we could. And then they called him on it. They're like, no, the defense shifted. And like a good quarterback, Trump saw the defense move and he called an audible. And the audible was, well, you know what? We're going to blockade now. Oh, you know what? You always, as a quarterback, you always got to put on the best face, right? I mean, I remember Brett Favre getting, just because we talked about him, getting pummeled by this huge defensive tackle. This is 1999 or whatever. And it's on camera on ESPN. You saw it on ESPN Films. And he gets up and just smiles at him and he goes, that's the best you got? And then if you saw the footage that NFL Networks had, he turns away and he literally looks like he's going to throw up in pain. That's Trump. He plays out. He's like, he's never going to go like, oh, we lost here. He's like, we got it. He calls audibles. That's all I'm saying. I hate everybody thinks he thought it all out in 5D chess.
I think that he knew and the administration knew exactly the steps
you just said they don't. You just said they make it up as they go along. Quarterbacks call
no. You're taking my words out of context again. Again, you are somebody with TDS. It's strong. I understand.
Wow.
I think they have medication coming out for it, so don't worry about it. They'll help you out. But no, I'm serious. Anything I say, you take it out of context.
The fact that you think I have TDS is amazing, because if you actually listen to this conversation, I first of all said,
I watched your show on Monday. And how you completely put on your Kamala Harris t-shirt, okay? And you did a 180. You felt so comfortable in your TDS. Now you're on the show. Now I'm on your show today. And it's a little bit different. What do you mean? I've been a Trump supporter and I love Trump.
I want the world to know that TDS, since everybody seems to not know what it is not people who don't like Trump's policies. And that's why people go, well, he can't do anything right. you're right, because TDS is people who fundamentally don't like that the CEO came in and overturned 200 years of how we did business and is doing it his way and doesn't care who he has to fire along the way. I'm saying really clear, I get that that's what TDS is. I actually like it. I like that he is doing that. I don't care so much whether his policies are good or bad. I fundamentally have thought for a long time, we need to throw the whole thing upside down, throw chaos into the wind here to shake things up in order for good policies to happen. So when you go, don't you like his policies? I'm like, yes, some no. But at the end of the day, I like that he is literally a wrecking ball to the broken institutions. That is the opposite of TDS, David. That is literally, I am in a way Trump's biggest supporter, because if you and I were talking to Trump and you were like, I love all your policies, Mr. President, and I was like, I don't like half of them, but I like that you just tear things down and then you rebuild them.
That's
like,
not me.
you,
that is
like,
not
like
me.
You, like,
nope.
work with me.
Nope. That's not me. You're not describing me. I've said it on my show, said it on your show, that I don't agree with a lot of the stuff. I don't want to say a lot, but with 10% of the stuff that he does put out there, I don't agree with it. I don't. Like, I've been vocal about it. I've been vocal about it on social media. Like, I don't like it. And I'm okay with that.
Would you do me a favor? Would you show, I know you like all buttoned up there. Would you show people the Trump tattoo you have across your chest?
I don't have, right now there might be women watching and they are waiting for me to get naked, and I'm and I put that out there. That
tell me you don't have it on your balls. You don't have it on your balls, right? You have the tattoo at least like somewhere.
I put it on my ass. I put it on my ass. Okay. Put it on my ass. On one cheek. I put it on my left cheek. On my right cheek, I got a picture of your face. Listen, Rob. Okay. Look, I'm way too witty. You can't do this with me. You know you can't do this. Hold on. Hey, look, hold on. You took me off. You completely bamboozled.
I'm like Johnny Carson. I make people funnier just by letting them do that.
No, you're Whoopi Goldberg from The View right now, and I'm trying to tell you that. Okay, you need to take more walks on the beach. Okay, you need to take more walks on the beach and relax. It's not that serious. We got a president that knows how to go ahead and drive this car. That's really it. By the way, I don't even know where I stand on this right now. The whole 8647 thing with
let's talk about that for a minute.
Arrested.
Let's talk about that for a minute. Okay,
see, there you go. You don't even know my stance, right?
Let's talk about it for a minute. You said you don't know where you stand. Okay,
I can give you my opinion, but I don't know. Like, I can give you my opinion on it, but I don't. You know, at the end of the day, I'm like this right now. I'm scales right now.
Here's what I think. Here's what I think about it. First of all, and I was never a fan of Comey, and I'm still not. I think he's corrupt. I think he's a liar. I think he's a snake. I think he's a leaker. I think he violated his very oath to his country. And I think he's a partisan. Although he's a Republican, we know that what that means. That's like Liz Cheney was a Republican. He was a Trump hater, and he did his best to bring him down. The notion that he just found seashells that said 8647 on a shore is ridiculous. You know he put it together. You know he took it. He's being cheeky, right? I will say this. One, you got a right to say pretty much what you want. Two, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that I don't think he truly meant assassinate Trump. I think he meant 86 in the sense of like, get rid of him. Like, you know, you 86 someone, they're fired. They can't come in the bar. I don't think he was literally calling for his assassination. That said, I think this Department of Justice is weaponizing against certain people. And I've said this from the beginning. When I hear the Democrats go, this is partisan, this is weaponization of the Department of Justice. When I hear Comey say, you know, this is weaponization of the Department of Justice, I'm like, I'm sorry, you're the one that started this. You weaponized the Department of Justice first. Now you're just mad they're still weaponizing it on you. I always said this. Democrats, is going to boomerang around. You started it. It's going to come back at you. That's my take. I want to hear yours.
I think he knew what he was doing with the 8647. I don't think half the country knew what 86 meant. I'm being serious. I don't believe, unless you're from the Northeast, because like I think in the Northeast you kind of hear it more often, and it's more of a, I guess most of the time it's a joke. Okay, so like I'll put it that way, and then you've seen it in the movies, right? If you're a moviegoer and you're into like mob movies and shit like that, like you've
Right.
heard that line.
Right. But you've also heard it at a bar. Someone's 86 from a bar.
Correct.
It doesn't mean they're killed.
Yeah.
It means they can't come back.
Yeah, yeah. I think somebody in his position to put that out there, and then with the temperature, again, going back to temperature, with the temperature so high, people looking it up and it says kill, right? 86 meaning kill. Now they're like, okay, FBI director is essentially telling people 8647. That's the scaling part. That's where it's like, bro, you know better. It's whether you're joking or not, you know better.
Well, let me interrupt you for a second.
And this is what leads to people
I know, but
doing what they're.
I want to interrupt you on something. You know better, and that's my point. Of course he knew better. He's the one that started weaponizing the Department of Justice, basically. I mean, he wasn't running the DOJ, but he weaponized the FBI. I'm saying, so when people go, you know better, I'm like, what do you mean he knows better? He was doing this 4 years ago. He tried to take the president down more than once.
But everybody's complaining. I watched the clip from The View today, and they were like, oh, like, you know, this is, do you think this is fair? Well, hold on. Here's a guy in a position, high level position, big voice, 8647, the president. Are you kidding me? With psychopaths sitting, people that are suffering from mental illness and TDS especially, they're sitting there looking for any reason. This is the message that you put out there.
And you okay. It's not.
I mean,
okay.
we've seen 3. I'm going to say this again. We've seen 3 assassination attempts. How many more have we not seen against Trump?
No, I
like
agree.
this is a crazy environment to do that. I think everything they're doing against him right now. So this is where I'm a little bit stuck. Rob, this is where I'm stuck. This is where I'm a little bit stuck. This just came out 2 days ago, so I need more time for it to marinate. But for now, for the time being, here's where I'm stuck on this. I think he's done what you named right now. I think he's done other shady shit that he deserves to go ahead and be arrested for. Okay, so that we agree with. The 8647 thing, that's, you don't know what, like, I don't want to defend him. I don't want to defend him because I believe his intentions. See, I let it marinate more and more, and it's now telling me, you know what? At the end of the day, maybe that's what he was thinking. Maybe that's what he was thinking.
I mean, look, I don't know what I'm going to be clear. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't really think he was thinking assassinate, but maybe he was. Who knows? I think it's going to be, this is an impossibly hard case to convict on. They're going to have to show intent. They're going to have to show he didn't have a right of expression. They're saying, well, we got an indictment. Let's be honest. You can get an indictment for anyone. You could get an indictment for having derangement syndrome.
Rob, this is not, this is not about win or lose. This is about embarrassing him. Trump, you see, I think people are not understanding. They're like, oh my God, he keeps trying to go after people and they keep losing. They're not understanding what Trump is doing here. He wants to embarrass you the same way you embarrassed him. You went after a former president. You weaponized the fucking legal system against a former former president that literally did everything possible to put him in jail, to ruin his life. He wants to embarrass you in the same fashion that you embarrassed him. That's all it is. Yep. Now, if he wins the case, great. But he knows that this is they're not going to put him in jail. Like, that's not going to happen.
And I want to agree with you. I want to agree as we go. I want to agree on this. I think people do misunderstand Trump's goals. He doesn't need a victory by locking people up. His victory is one that he makes them terrified. They're scared of the force he can bring at them. ABC, he knows Kimmel's not going to get taken off the air, but he also just wants ABC and every network to be scared about lying, right? He wants retribution, and retribution for Trump doesn't necessarily mean he gets the thing he wants. he gets to take a piece out of whoever he's going after. They're going to be more scared. They're going to be more afraid. And yeah, Comey can pretend he doesn't care. He knows he's not going to go to prison, but he's getting his reputation ruined over and over and over again. And I think you're right. Trump's retribution is not literally, I got to put you in jail.
He wants to. Trump is, and this is why I say the 5D chess part, and nobody gets it.
Oh God, you had to come back to 5D chess.
No, because nobody understands. He's a New Yorker, and for him, he has legal experts next to him. I think he clearly understands what is going to happen here, that Comey is not going to jail, but he wants to embarrass his enemies. He does not care. They embarrassed him and his family.
That I agree with.
He is seeking vengeance on the people that when they ran in and they were looking through Melania's drawer and touching her panty, all that underwears and all that stuff. You have to understand, this man is set on embarrassing those people that did this to him. Okay, that's it. In 2016, Obama went ahead, and those are not lies, right? They went ahead and wired up his places, right? Mic'd up the space. That's all true, right? Mm-hmm. While he was running for president, they mic'd him up. Yep. Okay. Now when he was running for president again.
This is for a future episode, but I just want to leave a thought why I get twisted about all this. Meanwhile, and this is why I don't think he's playing 5D chess. Trump wants to have the FISA bill passed to give it an extension. And I'm like, the FISA abuse is what literally allowed them to go after your campaign. They abused that authority, and FISA, F-I-S-A, for those who don't know, it's been abused since it started. The Patriot Act put it in place. They've spied on Americans. They get quick warrants from judges with very little to prove, and they look in on people. And Trump's like, we need to have that to keep us safe. And that's when I'm like, he's not playing 5D chess. I'm like, that's a stupid decision. Like, stop searching Americans. Get out of our lives. Like, don't use this terror argument to keep. Bush used it for the Patriot Act. They used it for FISA. And Trump, who was literally, we should have this. We need this. And I'm like, okay, see, he doesn't get everything people think he gets. I think he's smart, but I don't think he's got people in his ear saying we need it.
I hope they get rid of it. Obviously, we shall see. Maybe he's keeping it now, and again, this is he's keeping it in place to go ahead and make sure that he can, go after his enemies. I mean, that
back to the chest. maybe.
I'm saying in general, you got to hold on.
That might be true.
Think about how Trump thinks.
That might be true. That I'm going to, as we end, I'm going to give you that. That could well be true, that he wants it in place so he can.
He's giving me one, ladies and gentlemen. He's giving me one. Attaboy. Not a reach around, but a attaboy.
David Gockstein, it's always fun, and I get to come on Friday and go back and forth with Landy, which I like too.
Right.
But
right.
This is
Landy. Landy. What? He has by the way, he's coming up at 9 p.m. So he'll have the market update.
9 minutes.
Yeah, he'll be breaking down all that good stuff. Yeah, he's been Landy likes to gloat. He loves to gloat about how he calls everything.
His charts.
Loves
his charts.
Yeah, he loves it. Loves it. Loves it.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I like his charts.
Yeah, he's good. I gotta, Landy's he's a real Chad. He knows. You know what it is? He knows what he's doing. Does he get everything right? I don't know. Oh, here he goes. Of course he's fucking watching. He's here watching.
He's like,
as soon as you said Landy, he appeared.
Should we bring him in for a 2-minute tease before his show?
No. You know what it is? Okay. You know why? Because as soon as he comes in, it's going to turn into give me 1 second. And it's no, it's not 12. I wish it was 12 minutes. I wish it was 12 minutes. It's never 12 minutes with Landy. You think I'm bad?
I know.
You ask Landy a question, it's 45 minutes. My show's gone. I host the breakdown every day. Landy comes on. It's already 1:45 when he leaves.
That's why you do the thing with us where you keep the time blocks, and he can stay within them when he's given the lanes. He can do it. Give him 2 minutes. He stays inside that 2 minutes.
He's good. He knows politics. The good thing about Landy, he knows charts and he knows politics, and you can have a conversation with him. And I think you two guys should have a conversation. It will probably get heated, but it'll be good. It'll be good to see some passion. But listen,
Well, we do. We do.
my
On
ending.
we do.
I just want to end on this and say that, look, you got to give Trump credit somewhere, okay? Somewhere, like take some medication for the TDS, Rob, okay? And just sit back after the show and say, you know what? David had a point. Besides him having a wonderful looking microphone now with this lovely G on, with this my box, I need to sit back and reassess my thought process on how I go ahead and break down Trump. I sound like Whoopi Goldberg right now. Right now the last 4 shows, I feel like I'm on The View.
You watch The View. That says a lot. Listen, I'm gonna. Andy's there. Andy wants in.
Somebody bring in Taylor. Somebody bring Taylor in here. Knock some sense into Rob.
Taylor can join us if she wants. She can call in. We got 5 minutes. We got 4 minutes. Fine. Here comes Landy. Taylor can hear me. She can join. What happened? I just added him in. He went away. Hold on.
He got scared. He knew better. He knew it would be. He knew better.
No, I'm
Landy,
president.
Landy, you only have 2 minutes, Landy. You only get 2 minutes.
Yeah,
okay. I just want to say thank you to the greatest president in American history, the GOAT, Donald J. Trump. Yep. King Trump, as a matter of fact. You know, they knew about his Scottish heritage. They knew that he was related to the king. That's why they've had all these No Kings protests.
Mm-hmm. Well, the king
apparently they took a 23andMe test, and there might be some relationship here with King Charles and Donald Trump. So,
well,
guys,
I mean, let's put it this way: the royal family is so incestuous that we're probably all related to the royal family.
Absolutely.
I just have to say, I'm not a huge King, the King Charles fan thing, whatever, the whole royal thing. But I will say it was pretty funny when he made that joke about how Trump doing the West East Ballroom and was like, well, we tried to make our own redecoration in 1814 when we burned the White House down. But I want to say this.
I think Rob,
this is one thing that I love that King said. Hold on. He said the founding fathers were bold and imaginative rebels with a cause. And I thought that was so well put. They were rebels, they were bold, they were imaginative, and they had a cause. And at some level, I do think that is a big part of why a portion of this country, call them MAGA, call them whatever, call themselves patriots. It's bold, imaginative rebels with a cause. That's what I don't think about the woke left. I don't think they're very bold. I don't think they're very imaginative. And I don't even know if they have a cause. They seem to just
no. They imagine stuff like being cats. And I can go further into this too, what they imagine themselves to be. Okay, I think people get the hint.
You only got a minute. No,
I'm not going to say it. For sure. I'll say it on mine.
Am I a lefty because I imagine myself as a puppet wearing a tuxedo and a Bitcoin crown?
No, you know what, Landy? At least you have your hand up your own puppet, not somebody else's.
Wow. Yo, I'm sorry, Whoopi. Whoopi, listen. Whoopi, I'm sorry. Okay. All right, Whoopi. Or should I say you're Sunny? Which one are you? Are you Whoopi or Sunny? Because Sunny completely lost her mind. So which one are you, Whoopi or Sunny?
Well, Sunny's hotter.
Okay,
Whoopi
so you're Sunny. She's completely lost her mind.
Whoopi is controlled by your people. That's why she's a goal. That's why she's a Whoopi Goldberg, and not what her prior name was. So we have
it's always
you to
fun to
blame
come
for
on.
How
the
we get
It's
the
always
Jew
fun to
hating
come
coming
on to
in?
the Jimmy Kimmel show.
Jew
man. It
hating's
is
coming in.
always- What?
Wow. The Jew hating's coming in. Your people.
Look.
Hey, you know
it's-
what? Listen, my people took the tribe took away my Jew card, so I'm on the sidelines for now.
No, you get to bear all the brunt of responsibility. The American people have spoken. I've read all of the comments online. Everything is David Gokhshtein, and any kind of Steen's fault.
Yeah,
And
right?
Berg. Yeah.
Crypto goes down, it's always a Gokhstein's fault.
Oh, that's absolutely. You were looking for it to go up while I was saying we're at resistance going down. And then you get annihilated in the
Hold on.
comments.
We're not doing. We got 1 minute left. We're not doing crypto going up or down, and I don't want to have my night ruined by the fact. Oh, geez, he's taking the show. He's going to show us the tattoo.
No, I don't have the tattoo. He thinks I have a tattoo of Trump on my chest, man.
Trump tattoo.
No, it's a Jewish star.
Trump tattoo. I hope you have a great show, David. I'm going to call you after this, and you better pick up. You better leave Trump alone for a second.
I put you on Do Not Disturb while on TDS.
Wow. Mandy, have fun.
When
Have
you
fun
call me, I have you pop up not as Rob, but as Whoopi, man. Whoopi's calling me. That's crazy.
Wow. Everybody, thanks for watching. have a great night.
Whoopi. Look at Whoopi calling me. This is crazy.
We're going.
Have a good
We're
night,
going.
Rob.
Mandy, have a great show.
Thank you, sir.
Meet Rob Nelson, talk show host.
Because you got the 70s thing going there. I got someone's underwear.
Robert Kennedy, thanks for taking a minute. Simple question.
Tucker?
It's good to see you. Listen,
You're a Bitcoin maximalist. You're Bitcoin forever. I hate this central